Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're going to take a look at top 10 ways humanity could go extinct. And I'm hoping we could go for 11th really soon and hoping I could update it by the foreseeable future. No, everything I say is a joke. Um, Even this warning is a joke, but take your pick and we're going to take a dive in at my top 10 list of the end of the world. Number 10 on my list, I have meteor showers. And by this, I mean literal meteor showers. I mean, although even the low chances of them occurring, there are chances of it either being a big one or small in size. And your loved ones might die, your civilization may perish, but you'll be alive. And that's just another mundane day since people die every day, anyways. And dying from a meteor to launch towards Earth is finding a needle in a haystack from a Dust Bowl era burn out of business. Number 9 on my list is pandemics. You're living one, and it's just slow, painful deaths, from what I can say. Um, no, I'm not talking about being alive without consent, but epidemics. They're faceless enemies unless you would call death your friend. Um, let's just say you don't. In this case, it takes a death toll of at varying digits of number, I guess, and the magnitude of it all isn't instant. Although the rate it can devour people and eventually kill them is drastic over time. This isn't Death's best performance, I would say, though, uh, because it's not instant. Fear factors and dreading everyday life isn't some foul play exclusive to some Dawson Macabre. That sounds heavy because life is so normalized. Um, I would say this kind of extinction of humanity is rad. Number 8 is AI, artificial intelligence. So, I think it's clearly safe to say that dumb amount of pop culture and media has practically constituted an influx of rancid fictions into future that isn't even born yet. Humanoids, extraterrestrials, reptilians, morally perfect ethical citizens, and other imaginations amid stretches of fake reality where anything is possible and anything does actually mean anything. Um, in most case scenarios, the artificial intelligence of the story, and maybe it's where people upload their brain to a cloud and human consciousness is in the palm of programs and machines enabled to maneuver itself in metaphysical realms of man. World as in society would crumble and cease to exist in form, and it would literally be virtual reality as a background to exist for us as mankind. Um, However, this is mediocre in tiers, well, in my list per se, because it doesn't actually get rid of humanity. Um, it translates it aspects into a data format like a code. So, to that, if I could say one thing, it would be do better. You know. Number 7 is actually a problem we're facing right now, at the moment. Climate change. The irony is, the climate has constantly shifted. So, climate change isn't anything new per se. And renewable energy is still a scheme big fat companies abuse for silly green papers. Or at least, maybe that's what people think. Gotcha. Because climate change is interesting because it's a collective suicide. Or, I'm not sure if that makes it a genocide, but, like natural disasters, sea levels rising, and the entirety of the ocean being the dead zone, where organisms can't survive. A refutal to this claim could be that it's cold outside, it's windy, and the counterpoint to the argument could be that there's a difference between weathers and the range of temperatures of a region shifting drastically. Of course, seasons and weather still exist, you dummy. The real reason why we may go extinct from the whole argument that gets nowhere with a bunch of people who think they know what they know. So yeah, climate change would happen, but climate change would be the reason why we would, you know, poof. Number 6, I would say, is nuclear fallout. Easily said, nukes. It's either a painless death when you're right under the bomb, or a painful life if you survive it somehow. Like, let's say, it would end up in a major injury, even if you were out of the range. It would cause casualties. And like, boy, wouldn't that be boring? Painful life. In more understandable term, it's just painful pain, or life for life, if you come to think of it. But heads of the countries would bash their skulls and argue who has the bigger dick. Desperate times calling for desperate measures. Am I right? And in order to assert dominance over another delusional prick talking funny, that's how your life could be compromised in matters you have no absolute voice in. And I'll say, this is only one of the 100, you know? This is not the full iceberg. This is probably the one I'm really hyped for, although this isn't the first one in my list. Number 5, black holes invade the fucking solar system. I'm gonna walk through this. So, like, this is just the outcome. This isn't what really happens. And so, by the sum chance of 1 trillionth, which is much less rare to come by than your serotonin secretion, no offense, the solar system is devoured by the vacuum that is the black hole, and prior to this, the gravitational pull of the black hole would cause disasters such as volcanoes and earthquakes in our own very planet Earth, which you wouldn't probably survive, and let alone the razor of your planet. One by one, the planets would disappear in the order of planets farthest from the sun to the closest. And as for the sun, it would most likely lose the battle against the black hole. Then, where our solar system used to be, there wouldn't be such a thing, as nothing ever happened. And I guess that's just what being the dust of the universe means. And I actually left that idea. Number 4 is World War III. You probably saw this coming, and you should have. Sequel to the highly acclaimed prequels, mass destruction will rain fire, and with all our weapons combined, the Earth could severely be damaged, but humanity will be wiped out, so that's a good thing. Another if kind of situation, bending the meaning of the world as society, I would say, where the world doesn't die, but the world as a means of society has vanished by greed and all those stuff. Well, past the point of no return, where only probably headless cockroaches survive, because war crimes apparently didn't stop wars from belonging to the term of crime. War itself should be a war crime. This could be higher on the list, but all the waiting has drained away my hype pretty much, and all the peace treaty is making it fade to ashes. So yeah. The hype was good while it lasted though, I will say that, yeah. Number 3 is that you are in a coma, which you actually are, clearly. Please wake up. Anyways, the world as you know it would be the world's interpretation, what the fuck? And everybody and everything and everywhere whatsoever is the iceberg tip of nothingness. And I'm gonna be biased here because nobody is going to watch this video anyway. I wish the world wasn't real, and this would be the best way the world could end. Oh, it's my world, and it would end with the conclusion that it never was. You know, like, it's a pathetic plot for sure, but it would get a laugh out of me, I think. A laugh out of my unconscious self, and that's more than meets the eye. Everything's so funny to me, so nothing makes me laugh anymore. But that, oh come on, yeah. Number 2, the world is under the weather. So by this I mean, let's say everybody was hanging by the cliff. I mean, by their hands. No, like. Oh, I mean, I said that's a real cliffhanger, right? Yeah. Whether it be the Greater Depression or the state of freeze frame where foods must be rationed for nations to run on life support. Perplexed by the condemned mistakes, histories could repeat itself. Not to mention that for everything that happened, our so-far fault would be that all we did was exist. Although exist not even a verb. I think that's what we are sorry for when we think about ourselves and our own existence. Personally, this wasn't one placement shy from being the superior choice to die. Because if it was, I would be allowing myself to overshare my plan to shove the world in a melting pot, where everybody's quite depressed. I'm guessing you can probably take it from there. What I meant by the end starts with D and closely rhymes with meth. Take it from there and take your time, please. And if you're feeling powerless in your life, just know it is your fault. And this is all because you swimmed fast. You dipshit. And I feel pity for you if you aren't depressed to be alive yet. And this goes for all you stoics with long noses. Number 1, cannibalism. All you can eat buffet like there's no tomorrow. And this is not sarcastic because nothing I say is a joke. Everybody would be appreciated before they head out for good. I say that's positive. I mean, I don't know about you, but you could be wanted for once. Oh, of course. Eat the riches first, then the babies, and then the old people, only if our hunger deems it necessary. Wow, that's a new love for us. Maybe we do deserve to be extinct. The world is on a countdown. But hey, at least you don't care. Nothing matters, and this statement itself doesn't matter either at this point. No, that does not make it a contradiction, because that logic also doesn't matter. You selfish prick. And number 0 is not just kidding. There you have it. There's my list. I guess another question you have while you have your hand raised is that how can I end a miserable Earth? So you can put yourself out of misery. I say get yourself some comrades and build up a fraternity of common good, if you will. That always worked. I mean, histories are made to repeat it, because this way we'll know what would happen 99% of the time. The remainder 1% is a meteor crushing our payload crib without any invite. But future games, am I right? It's just a bet where you just can't win. And if you do, it's because the game isn't over yet. Whatever that means, happy last birthday, and stay awake.